The main reason I want to talk to you this morning, this digital media bargaining bill. And look, as someone in the industry, David, I'm still scratching my head as to what the hell it achieves and why it is there. Could you give me thumbnail précis of what this bill tries to do and how it would work as currently proposed?
Yeah, with pleasure. I just tell you, normally I'm on for quite a while, but I've been scheduled to go on another show at 7:45.
Okay.
So
which show? Which other show?
So, was that sorry?
Which other show?
Pacific News.
Oh, they can wait. That's all right. Okay.
Well,
okay. And I apologise to them. I'll make it up to them. So give us 5 minutes on this, and we'll get into it. Happens all the time,
we'll
David.
do this as fast as we can.
Okay.
Look, I mean, we know that there's problems in media. I mean, the whole existence of the platform, and you talk about this a lot, is a response to the problems in media. So that's all fine. But at this point, I don't think anyone in the world has a solution that is totally commercially sustainable and provides the quality of trusted journalism that people would like to see. So not knowing what else to do, our partners in the government have basically dusted off a Willie Jackson Labor Party bill and actually made it worse by getting a politician more involved in the decision-making about which company gets which money, and decided to shove that through Parliament and hope that they've done something. Now, they will almost certainly make the situation worse. There's so many things that can go wrong. The internet companies can retaliate if they stop sharing it. If they stop sharing news in New Zealand, then that actually cuts off a lot of smaller and local media organisations who depend on Google and Facebook for people to find their stories. It's not going to actually provide the level of money that people think. The estimate is that in Australia they're getting about $200 million a year for media companies. Just as a rule of thumb, in New Zealand, the GDP is about 1/6. So if you divide 200 by 6, you get about $33 million, which, to put that in context, is around about the same as 1 year of losses at TVNZ, which is, one of about 5 major media companies in New Zealand. So it's not going to make the difference people think. It is going to introduce political interference. It is going to reduce trust in media as a result, and it may lead to retaliation from the internet companies.
Which is they just turn off local news feeds and they ban content about news.
Yep.
On their platforms. And they've done that in Canada. I think they're threatening to do it in Australia, or they've managed to negotiate something in Australia.
So there's so many things wrong with it. And the simple question is, why are we doing it? Well, basically, Melissa Lee was proposing to do something similar around about 3 months ago. She got sacked. Now Paul's come along and is effectively proposing the same thing.
Do you think he'll get the support of Labor?
For anyone.
Do you think he'll get the support of Labor on this?
Well, I won't, but I know that the Nats in New Zealand First are hoping that Labor will support them, and I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, Labor invented the bill; it's their policy. When you're in opposition, if the government chooses to adopt, I wish that Jacinda Ardern had adopted more ACT policies when I was in opposition. Things might be better off. I definitely would have voted for it if the government wanted to adopt my policies.
Yeah. But, and this is a point of principle, government interference in a free market, and I'll make this quick because I know you've got to be on Pacific News. Would this legislation, or could this legislation be used as a bargaining chip on other issues? In other words, might there be another issue National wants your support on? Say, we'll give you that support, but only if you dump that stupid digital media marketing negotiating bill.
Well, my short answer is no. I mean, the coalition's pretty new. We've only been going 7 or 8 months, but I've generally tried not to trade one thing for another, because a bunch of people vote for you on a set of principles and policies, and then you say, "Well, sorry, we gave up that one to make someone else happy." So that we haven't gone down that path. I mean, anything's possible in politics, but we'll see. I think really that the key issue is that the difference between this and the fast track is the fast track will actually make things better. It's just not perfect. Whereas the Fair Digital News Bargaining Bill, A, is not perfect, and B, will probably make things worse, and that's the difference.
Yeah, it will.